Self-love is the new sexy, the podcast devoted to helping you overcome life's most painful and stubborn challenges so you can feel great, have more energy, and live stress-free every day. To reach your full potential, simply work with the powerful spiritual principles that are readily accessible to everyone. It's easier than you think, and on today's show, W. Mark Watts is going to show you how starting with self-love is the key to joyously and harmoniously making that happen.
Hey everybody, this is W. Mark Watts. Welcome and thank you for hanging out with me for another episode of Self-Love is the New Sexy. And today's episode is all about one way to quickly start to feel better. One way to feel better fast. Now, this is something that's near and dear to my heart because I know that every time that I found myself stuck, found myself extremely distraught or upset, hurt, in pain, I'm always looking for how's the quickest way I can start to get out of this. So I want to offer one idea today that has worked for me, and I give this to every person that I work with, that I talk to, who will listen because I know it works. And it is simply this: serve someone else. Serve a cause other than something you're directly related to. So, that can include volunteering in numerous ways, shape, or forms. So again, why does that happen? Why does that work? There's spiritual, there's physical meaning, there's physical proof exactly of why that works. So let's get into it. Number one, the main reason it works is because when things aren't going well for us, when we're upset, when we're sad, when we're in pain, we're hurt, we tend to continuously think about that person, that incident, that situation, those past events. When we continue to think about those things, guess what happens? Our life has to play out. Our life mimics that. The subconscious mind recognizes what you're thinking about, and it tries to match your life, your outer world, with what you're thinking and feeling inside. So if you're constantly ruminating on these negative things, on how bad you feel or who hurt you or why you can't do this, why life is the way it is in that moment, then you're going to put yourself in a position to continue to not only feel that way, but attract more of those incidences, more of that energy to yourself, so you never can get out of it. The way to get out of it, though, again, is when you serve, you're putting your focus totally on something else. If you give, whether it be money, whether it be time, whether it be your talents, in order to do those things, you have to stop thinking about whatever it is that you've been ruminating on and think about something else, something good, something positive. And in doing so, you give your mind a break. You place new energy in your environment. And now the subconscious mind understands and feels that you're doing something different that leads to positivity, and it starts to now look for other things that it can put in your way, that it can bring into your environment, into your mind, so your thought patterns. So it's now working with you to change that mindset. So give yourself a break from that negative place, inject some positivity, and then let your subconscious mind help you along that path of getting out of that space that doesn't feel so good and attempt to put you in places that feel better. Number two, people and organizations really need help. And so when you do these things, you are on point. You are on your mission. Again, I like to do things and give my time and resources to organizations or people that I know are in alignment with how I feel and places where I want to serve, because that gives me the ability to want to do it more frequently. I don't enjoy doing things just one-offs. I like to create patterns that are readily available to me, where I know I can give and where I know I'm needed, so that I will continue to do that to make it a constant practice for me. So one-offs are great. However, I know for me, it's easier when I align myself with causes that I know are that I have passion behind, because I know when I do that, I will continue to contribute to those causes, i.e., I will continue to contribute to my own well-being, because we're all connected. But most importantly, for this particular point, is the fact that people are hurting in addition to us, potentially. Organizations need funds. They need volunteers. They need people to be aware of what they're doing so that we can help more people. So simply put, you're helping more people. And that is the bottom line. We've got to be willing and able to help more people. Because when we help more people, we're helping ourselves, because we're all connected. Regardless of what anybody tells you, we're all one human body. We're all on this planet Earth, and I'm not going to get off on a tangent and get into that space. But again, the point number 2 is, when you do that, you're helping people who need and want your help, and causes who need people to help them. And it's all good stuff. And we all have to contribute. We all have to be part of the solution. So that's why that's so important, is to be a part of the solution, to get involved and really help others, which ultimately at the end game is it helps us as well. And lastly, the thing that I think is hidden in the whole serving, giving to others, that people don't harp on enough. And I'm not going to harp on it too much myself tonight, but I do want to bring this to your attention, because I know for a fact that this one single thought has really helped me as I, when I started to get into the volunteering, serving game, if you will. And it's this: the act of serving, the act of volunteering, the act of giving, regardless of if it's money, if it's time, if it's resources, that is in and of itself a powerful function of God, source, the divine. So and again, keep in mind, everything is frequency. Everything is a vibration. Our vibration is naturally to feel good, to be strong, to overcome, to help others. It's a very strong, God-like vein. Again, we're all connected, remember? And when we serve, we enter into, we contact, we come close to, we connect with that vibration that's very close to the most high vibration. And when you connect to higher vibrations, your vibration starts to rise, which is the end game at all times, is how do I keep my vibration at a high place, i.e., how do I feel good? How do I make myself happy? How do I find joy and peace? This is how you do it on the spiritual/energetic level. There's no doubt about it, is you connect, place yourself in front of, next to, close to higher vibrations, and serving, giving, connecting with others who you can help, who you can learn from, who you can offer your knowledge to, is one of those high vibrations. And I'm telling you, when you try it, that is one of the things that goes unsaid, is that you're connecting to a high vibration. You're putting yourself in a place where you don't have any choice but to connect to something better, something that feels good, and something that contributes to the overall well-being of the planet. So that's something, again, that most people don't talk about. It's really kind of one of those hidden things. So a lot of people don't like to get into the energetic side and the spiritual aspect of what serving and giving and volunteering is. But I will, and I'm actually going to get more into that on my podcast as I proceed forward, because that's just where I'm being led to get into more. Still going to keep it tactical with exercises, nice and short and to the point. But I need to spread more of the spiritual and energetic aspects of what this world really is, and we're a part of this world, because at the end of the day, when we can do that, that's the bottom line. That's how you feel good. So I'm not going to harp on it right now, but just keep in mind, when you serve, when you volunteer, when you do things good, you are connecting to that higher vibration. And the more that you can connect to that higher vibration, guess what? You become that higher vibration, i.e., you feel better. You feel good. Different things start to happen to you. You start to meet people. Situations can turn around. So that's another reason why giving, serving, volunteering is such a huge piece of this equation that not a lot of people don't like to talk about, or maybe don't really even understand how to verbalize it. But trust me, that's what it is. Bottom line, it works. Give it a try. So now I'm at the end of this episode, and like I always do, I appreciate you hanging out with me. It's such a blessing to be able to connect with so many of you as I do on a daily and weekly basis. Now it's on you. Try it out. Especially if you don't believe me, I don't mind people being skeptical because I'm skeptical. However, I'm skeptical, but I try things so that I know for a fact whether it's going to contribute to my cause or not. So I've given you some of the reasons why and how to make yourself feel better. Now it's the ball's in your court. Try it. See what works. See if some of these things I'm talking about bear out for you. And then again, let me know how it feels. And once it works, because I know it will, it does, I apply it all the time. Continue doing it. It's one way to feel better fast. All right. Be good, everybody. I look forward to speaking with you again real soon. Bye now.
You've been listening to Self-Love is the New Sexy with W. Mark Watts. If you enjoyed today's show, be sure to tell a friend. Also, make sure you never miss an episode by subscribing to our show on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, or wherever you listen to podcasts.